Monday. It's February 2nd, 2026, and time for your Monday market update. Happy Groundhog Day. It is also Valentine's Day month.
There you go.
So we're very excited about that. And the groundhog did see a shadow in Philadelphia, in Punxsutawney
Phil. There you go.
Punxsutawney Phil.
There you go.
Saw his shadow out in Philadelphia, but
Is it Pennsylvania?
whatever it is,
I don't know.
I don't know. So they have 6 more weeks of winter. All I know is our Woodstock groundhog did not see his shadow, so 4 more weeks of winter.
We'll take a week. You know what? It's actually up about 20 degrees from last week.
It's balmy. It's downright balmy.
It's not negative, so we'll take it.
It's not zero,
Take
so
a week,
yes,
yeah.
it feels a little warmer.
Yeah.
And of course, we've been talking all along about how spring has sprung early here anyway.
Yeah.
Our real estate market does not really care what the weather has been doing, apparently.
No.
And so we've got some numbers to share with you. So taking a quick look at our McHenry County numbers.
Yeah, so last week we had 96 new listings, 90 go under contract, 52 closed, 20 price changed, 3 expired, and 41 hit the private network. Let me say this real quick. I've been seeing a lot of stuff hit the private network,
Yeah.
and even more go under contract on the private network.
Yeah, so important that you're working with a licensed real estate agent in this market because so many homes are going to that private network first.
Yeah.
And so you're not even going to get a chance to see them if you're not working with an agent.
Absolutely.
If you're only going by Redfin and Realtor.com, you are not going to see all of the properties that are actually on the market. Really
Absolutely,
good point. Yeah. And another piece of information that we saw this week was that purchase application data is up at the highest it's been since 2023, and yet rates are really holding pretty steady. We've got rates at 6% now. This time last year they were closer to 7%, so we know that the rates are favorable, and it seems like 6% really seems to be that magic number where buyers are comfortable with the number.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not the best rate they've ever had, but they're comfortable with it. And so we are using that mortgage purchase application data. It means somebody going to get pre-approved for a loan, because that is going to kind of be an indicative signal of what's coming in the next 30, 45, 60 days.
Yeah.
The average cycle of a home is about 30 days to closing, 45 days. Recently, we've had some closings be a little bit longer, but really if someone's getting a loan, getting pre-approved for a loan right now, they're making that application, well, then they theoretically should be under contract.
Absolutely, yeah.
Within the next 90 days. We'll see that closed sales show
And
up.
so something else we've been seeing recently is foreclosures are quote unquote on the rise according to media. But if we really take a deep dive into those numbers and what everything looks like, it's really nothing major.
It's not. It's really not. So the news, their job is to cause panic.
Absolutely.
And to get you to read the headline.
Yeah.
So the headlines are often a little bit misconstrued. So saying that foreclosures are up 18% is accurate. It's actually true.
Yeah.
But 18% of a very small number is still a very small number.
Absolutely.
So foreclosures are still historically very, very low. But as we've talked about before, we're heading for a more normal market.
Yeah.
So we anticipate the foreclosures to be kind of where they were in a normal market in like the early 2000s. There's some foreclosures. Affordability is still an issue, obviously, for people. One of the biggest things we've seen is that actually it's salaries. It's what people are getting paid. Their income is not keeping up with inflation.
Yeah.
So that's a really big problem versus necessarily homes are appreciating, especially in our area where we're still going to see some appreciation. I know some of the national news says that we'll see prices flatline this year. Not here. So please keep in mind, real estate is hyper local. So while nationally we might not see price growth all that significant this year, here in McHenry County, we are still seeing some decent price improvement.
Mm-hmm.
I know we just checked the January numbers, and for January sales prices in Crystal Lake, they're still up 5% year over year. In Algonquin, they're up 6% year over year. Lake in the Hills is 8%, Cary's at 4%. So we're still seeing some really great appreciation here in McHenry County, and we expect that to continue through 2026.
Yeah, and I think something to note too is that we're well under that average sales price.
Oh,
so I think
true.
our sales price in our area compared to everywhere else is obviously still lower. So I think obviously like we were talking about those headlines,
Yeah.
we're still scaling up a lot of places. Florida, Arizona, California, they're scaling down to that, kind of median average point.
Right, and while we're seeing inventory get better around here, it's still not great. We still only have 1.6 months supply. 10 years ago in 2026, when I got my license, I'll have been licensed for 10 years this year. And back in 2016, we had 6 months supply. So that's a fair and balanced market between 4 and 6 months supply. And so we were actually on the high end of a fair and balanced market back in 2016. We're still only at 1.6 months supply, but yet we are still seeing those homes appreciate. Something else fun that I was looking at today was when I started in real estate, the average price per square foot was $100 price per square foot. And now it's almost $200.
Yeah.
So homes are still a good investment for sure.
Always.
So that's all we've got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Miranda Alt.
And I'm Andrew Smart.
Have a great day.